Welcome back. You're still tuned into Power Breakfast on CNBC TV18. It's time for our Power Prep segment. We have a research team joining in with what the trade setup looks like, the stocks that are likely to be in the news, and the action from the F&O space as well. But first up, of course, the trade setup. Vivek is joining in with all the market cues. Hey, Vivek, good morning.
Well, good morning. What a difference a single holiday has made as far as, the kind of sentiment that equity markets worldwide have seen. So yesterday, a couple of good news coming in as far as the US markets were concerned. Like we mentioned earlier, the shutdown was averted, the CPI data coming in softer than expected, and this led to quite a significant rally as far as the entire US markets were concerned. All of the US indices ending well in the green. Along with that, some further positive news flow in terms of crude oil prices as well. Further softening seen over there. Brent futures now trading closer the $82.50 a barrel mark. Now, talking about Indian markets, and day before yesterday, Indian markets ended with cuts. It was a range-bound trading session on Monday, and it was, a significant outperformance as far as the broader end of the markets were concerned. However, the overall market breadth continued to remain quite negative. But, there has been a sea change. A lot of news flow too has come in. Number one, key event, Goldman Sachs has gone ahead and upgraded the rating as far as the Indian entire equity is concerned, and they made it to a market weight from an earlier slightly negative stance that they had. Along with that, MSCI inclusion stocks, the list has come out. It's a net inflow even for India, and November 30th, you'll see over $1 billion of flows coming into India from passive funds. Along with that, as far as new listings are concerned, ASK Automotive 2 list today. So talking about today's trading session, Asian markets have taken the positive cues, so trading well in the green. Gift Nifty, adjusted for yesterday's close too, is indicating quite a strong gap up start for our own markets today.
Oh yes, gap up start is what we are expecting today for our own markets. Thank you so much, Vivek, for all those cues. A lot of stocks that will be on our radar. Abhishek has that list.
Well, to begin with, Dabur Group heads have been named in Mahadev betting app scam FIR. Burman family has denied allegations as mischievous act. CEAT Limited, they have got the permission to restart directions for operations at their Bhandu plant by MPCB. Asian Paints, they have increased their capacity by 1 lakh, to 4 lakh from 3 lakh earlier kiloliter per annum at one of their plant. The investment is about 385 crores, which will be funded through internal accruals. PTC Industries in focus. Safran and PTC Industries have signed contract to provide casting parts for LEAP engine powering single aisle jet. So Biocon, its arm, has received MHRA UL approval for Yesafli. Grasim Industries, the revenue and profits are higher than our estimate. However, the poll in terms of margin is a bit on lower side. Margins have come in at 9.2% versus our poll of 10.2%. There are a list of stocks getting included in the MSCI as part of the November index rejig. So we have APL, Apollo Tubes, IndusInd Bank, Macrotech, Paytm, Persistent Systems, Polycab India's Suzlon, Tata Communication, and Tata Motors DVR, which will be in focus in trade today on account of MSCI inclusion. Back to you.
Okay, all right. That is all the stocks that we have on our radar, but a lot of cues from the F&O space as well. Nigel has all the cues. Morning, Nigel.
Well, morning, Sonal. The two big cues that came in overnight, one is the lower dollar index, and the US 10-year yield as well has cooled off, and that will be music to the ears of Indian investors. Now, if you look at the FI positioning, well, they continue to remain net short with close to around 81% of their positions on the short side. They unwound some shorts. In fact, they covered it out. Close to around 8,000 contracts were covered out on Monday's trading session. Now, in terms of levels that we're looking at, well, the Nifty, the 19,500 call, that has the highest open interest. That's close to around 1 crore shares approximately. Now, the premium out there is close to around 41 rupees. It was at around 70 rupees earlier on Monday. I think we should get that up at some point of time. And the change in open interest out there was up more than 25 lakhs. So the 19,500 call is what we're talking about. Since you have such a big open interest build up out there, you get the resistance zone. Now that comes at around 19,550 to around 19,600. Now the Gift Nifty suggesting we open comfortably above those levels. So let's see whether or not we can close above that level, because the bulls will like to see a close above that level. Support comes in at around 19,350. But today, you have the Nifty Bank that will play out expiry as well. That's the weekly expiry. So getting a couple of levels up for you on the screen. The 44,250, well, that's a crucial zone. That's the resistance zone that we're looking at. 44,000 call, that has the highest open interest. Premium out there is roughly around 100 rupees odd. And the reason I say that 44,250 is important, because the 50 and the 100 DMA, well, that's in that vicinity. So the Gift Nifty suggests a strong start. You want us to build on that. And in fact, the broader market party as well, I expect it to continue. Back to you.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Nigel, Vivek and Abhishek for joining us and telling us what to expect from trading day today. It's time